Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you're doing good. Welcome back to Big Thing. A couple things to talk about, obviously, as you saw in the title. So the first thing, Avatar 2, this movie they've been talking about it for seems like 30 years. Well, they're gonna finally put a trailer out with Doctor Strange. That's the rumors. Oh man, Teenwolf the movie that's coming out. We'll talk about that. No, we probably won't, but we'll joke about it for sure. And then Stranger Things. There's some pictures and there's more of a horror element to it. Which one is the title of the video? You tell me. I figured it out and you guys clicked on it. So, who the hell knows? Brett Sheridan's here. So the topics could go all over the place. We could come up with a Santa Claus song. I don't know. But what I do know is that you're here to join us. So we have a lot of shit to talk about. I watched the Jackass movie last night finally after wanting to see it. I browsed other stuff and didn't watch it. Rewatched Spider-Man. All of it. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Brett still hasn't watched Spider-Man. I can guarantee you that. And we'll talk about that because Brett is here. But before we do that, I want to also let you know that it is Thursday. Tomorrow, this is massive. You got Friday Night Titans. It's the pay-per-view version now. And you can get it. Sam Levine, if you watched Friday Night Titans last week, Sam came off the bench after 4 years and beat the Barbarian in a number one contender match. And now he is going up against the greatest that we have seen, the greatest right now, Marisol Mckee, Lady Justice, and they go head-to-head for that championship. Can Sam do it again, or can Marisol Mckee be the first champion to ever defend 3 times? You can get it on pay-per-view, whether you're a patron at patreon.com/schmodown, or you can get it off of the Squad Up link that is tweeted out on the Schmodown. You go to the Schmodown Twitter, and you can get the link there, and I'm also going to put it in the description of this video, and it's on the iCard right now. So you see that iCard? Click that iCard, and you can get yourself that pay-per-view. And don't forget about William the Beast Bibiani, Chance Ellison. They're on the undercard. That's going to be a battle all in itself, so make sure you check it out. All right. And don't forget, by the way, subscribe, will you? Show a little class. Just an ounce. Click the like button. Buckin? Click that buckin. Fucking do the buckin. You fucking and buckin. That's what we're doing on this fucking show today. I'll tell you that much. Subscribe to it. Hit that little bell.
Give it a little ring.
Give it a little ring. You should go and, you're not doing anything else and you slap your ass against it. Ring that fucking bell. Running around a white glove, clicking bells. All right.
Kids these days.
Fucking kids. Bell ringing, thumb up.
Bells and thumb up. And
fucking assholes. All right, let's do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's the Big Thing. Is this it? I don't know. There it is.
Hey!
Brett Sheridan's back. You ringing bells?
I'm ringing bells. I'm clicking likes.
Ringing bells.
Bing, ding, ding, ding.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm ringing bells.
I'm ringing bells down here, Mom.
Where? Literally, no, on the internets. That's what I do. I ring bells.
You down there masturbating? I'm ringing bells. I told you.
You should be masturbating.
Yeah. Much rather my day we masturbated in the basement.
At least you're getting something done. The internet's
Ringing bells.
Ringing bells. I watched Jackass last night. It's fun, man. It's fun. It's those guys are out of their fucking minds.
And they're all so old now.
Yeah, but they did something smart in this one. They brought in some young guys and young girls to do it with them. So like some of the really crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like they still, there's a lot of the older guys still do some of the shit, but like but they brought in some new people to do some stuff too, because there's only so much their bodies can take.
Oh, Johnny Knoxville messed up his weens pretty bad and like had to pee out of a catheter for
this movie.
No, like years ago.
He got hit by a bull in this movie. He flips over. He gets a concussion. He's like 52 years old.
Yeah. I don't know how they keep it up.
I'm gonna see. Hey Siri, how old is Johnny Knoxville?
Johnny Knoxville is 51 years old.
He's 51 years old. He's getting hit by bulls.
Cut it out. Go ring some bells.
Ring some bells, not bulls. Yeah, and he's flying around, and they'd stick him in an ambulance because 20 years ago he probably could have just shook it off.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I just sniff a bull and I get upset and I get into convulsions. I don't know who's sniffing bulls, but
I don't even look at bulls.
I look at a bull. I did see one of these TikTok videos where there's a lot of stupid people out there, Brett.
Oh.
A lot of stupid people. Oh.
And thank God they have a platform to be on. You know, because
I mean, they got to get their voice out. Every dumb person needs to get their voice out. And I'll tell you, these fucking. This is my favorite. But you're right. Everybody has an audience because there's 5 parts in this video, and I watched all 5.
Yep.
And they're on a trail. A bear comes in, and I know that they tell you just yell at the bear. Ah! Ah! They're yelling at the bear, and the bear's like, "I'm gonna eat every one of you. I'm gonna eat every one of you." And he starts walking. And they're like, "Oh yeah, he's not listening." And then he just followed him up. Oh, let's see. The leaf blower's got something to say. Oh really? You like bears too? That's not it. Where is it? He's here to blow the leaves right as we start the show. How you doing, Brett? Now you know. Do you like the way my leaf blower blows?
It blows so well, it blows so great. He should be at home ringing bells all late, but he's here with his leaf blower making a mess and ruining the broadcast of this show.
You say ruin, I say improving. And now you know I am grooving. I'm hanging out with squirrels, I'm hanging out with girls. That's not true, it's mostly squirrels.
You'd go to the squirrels, you always like them animals all day long.
I got one in my baseball cap, but you know what he's doing? He's taking a nap.
Sleepy little squirrel, won't you wake up and sing and have a good time and take that ringy, ringing the bell, ringing the bell.
That's all we do, we just ringing the bell. Get out of here. Get out of here right now.
Get out.
You got to get out of here. You like the Stranger Things?
Yeah,
You
I
do?
love it. Yeah,
me too.
It's been so long. I mean, the
Pandemic.
the
man.
way the last one ended.
Yeah, because what's his face is in like Russia or something.
Yeah,
I was thinking you don't want to be there.
No, you don't.
No, and he's
Not on
he's
my watch.
not on your watch. And this is the 80s, which is as bad as now. And he's was it Copper? Not Tupper. What the fuck is his name? Copper.
Topper.
Topper.
I
Topper
think.
Harley. I don't know. His name is Topper. I don't remember.
Topper.
This is my favorite. Is when the audience is mad at us because we don't know this shit. I can't remember anything. I don't remember my kids' names half the time. So, but he's so he whatever the hell's going on with him. They had to rewrite a bunch of shit though because his kids. You look at the pictures. Like, there's a where the hell is it? I have a picture of it. These kids are like 80 now. They got to do something with this though. Hold on. What's going on with this? I mean, what's going on with this kid's hair? I mean, come on. Like they're just fucking with this kid at this point. All the haircuts in that time period. This is what you're doing to this poor bastard.
Yeah.
I mean, Finn's not looking too great either, but he at least pulls it up. This kid is. I mean, this looks like a dead animal on his head. That's horrible.
After all he's been through,
Everything he's been through, and they don't give him a good hair. I mean, this kid, they should give him. I mean, come on. And then, I mean, at least the guy in the back. This kid looks like he should be playing in Nirvana.
yeah, he's ready to rock.
He's ready to go, and there's a new kid in the back. I don't know that kid. He's new, I guess, but yeah, this is a.
Yeah, don't do that to him.
No.
He's had these slugs coming out of his mouth. You do that to him, like after.
Well, I guess if you have that kind of, I mean, you don't give a shit. You just wear whatever haircut you want to wear. But
he's just happy to be alive.
do you know the LeafBlower is a massive fan of the of Stranger Things?
Oh yeah,
He wants to get involved.
yeah. The LeafBlower has the same haircut. He's a big Stranger Things stan.
He's 6'3". He wears he wears a Rainbow Bright shirt. It's been through it.
Oh yeah.
It's been through it.
No, the story, he spins some yarns.
He spins some yarns, yeah. He's spinning yarns.
You just sit. What you need to do, you sit down with him. You spin some yarns for
Spin some
you.
yarns.
It's a grand old time.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
This grand old time. That's it. It's just called the grand old. All right, look, Stranger Things. That photo that I just showed you, besides the haircuts, it's a frightful foray into horror movie territory. It's just smart. Yeah, see? He agrees. What's better than an armful of waffles and has a far few calories? A lot of times people are really getting fresh with their articles, huh, Brett?
Oh yeah.
They really got to get you. This is from TV Line.
Foray.
They're moving. They really want to capture you with so they bring up waffles. Fresh intel on Netflix's Stranger Things. I was wondering why I'm having a hard time reading this shit. I don't have my glasses on. With a reveal batch of new photos to boot. I still can't see anything. Ahead of the Friday, May 27th release. Okay, so May 27th. It's right around the corner.
Oh, coming up.
Come on, how long? Oh, now it's the air conditioner. All right. Ahead of the Friday, May 27th release of Volume 1 of Season 4, the episodes are split into 2 halves. Didn't you hear it? Unnecessary. Unnecessary. I don't know. I just feel like this guy's getting fresh for no reason. Why is he getting so cheeky so early in the morning? I don't need it in my life.
Come on,
Who is
just
this
give me
guy?
the facts.
Charlie Mason.
And what I don't understand what this glimpse in this frightful foray, that image is supposed to...
I don't know. I can't get through fucking 10 seconds of Charlie's article without him trying to get fresh. I feel like I'm at the fucking open mic at the Comedy Store. He might be a nice guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we started off with a waffles joke.
Yeah.
We follow up with "Didn't you hear?" What else you got for me, Chuck? Here we go. Series creators, the Duffer Brothers, paid a visit to present company with Krista Smith, during which they warned that what was to come was far darker than what has already come and gone. I like that. When we pitched it to Netflix all those years ago, we pitched it as the kids are Goonies and E.T., says Ross Duffer. We certainly got that. That's the storyline. And the adults are in Jaws and Close Encounters. And then the teens are in Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween. I like what they're doing here so far. Yeah. But this year we don't have kids. No, niet. They're older, so we can't do the Goonies anymore. And so suddenly we're leaning much harder into that horror movie territory that we love, and it was a fun change to make. See, Charlie just abandoned all his jokes now. Now I'm upset.
Nice.
I'm upset. You're going to start me out with 2 jokes.
Yeah.
Just tickle my balls and then you leave.
You got to get a third waffle.
Yeah, I mean, even if I didn't like it. Included among the new photos in the gallery above is a peek inside the Creel house, owned by Robert Englund, isn't it? That's cool. Oh, I like that. Yeah, okay. Did you know Robert Englund was in this?
No.
No, there you go. A psycho who's said to be locked up in a mental hospital as a result of a particularly grisly murder. Come on, Charlie. Look at the way he spelled grizzly. You're killing me, Chuck. Look at this. Grlsly. Poor Charlie. Poor guy. Particularly grisly murder back in the 1950s. You also find a shot of Joyce and Murray that's sure to make you shiver just looking at it. And if that is an abject terror on the faces of Steve and Robin, we just don't know what is. Thank you, Charlie. Season 4 of Stranger Things picks up 6 months. 6 months?
What?
6 months?
6 months?
No. Can't. 6 months? What are they going to do? I mean, they aged rapidly.
Yeah.
You can't do 6 months. 6 months after Season 3 Battle of Starcourt and 11 Jane's moved to the West Coast with the Byers. Oh, yeah, that's right. 'Cause she leaves with them. Whatever. Previously, teasers for the long-awaited pandemic postponed Season 4. I guess that's why, because they had shot the damn thing or had written the damn thing and they didn't want to maneuver it too much. But Hopper. Yeah, it was Hopper. David Harbour's beloved Hopper is alive and well, albeit in Russia. And
albeit in
Russia. And that's the Hawkins Laboratory, or a facility much like it, is back in business with mad scientist Martin Brenner seen entering a nursery for youngsters with special abilities. Season 5 will be the series' last, but thankfully there have been already hints dropped that spin-offs could be on the way. All right, look, thank you, Charlie. I bust chops, but that was very informative. I appreciate you.
What would you do? What kind of spin-off we talking here?
What the fuck are you asking me? I don't know. I mean, you could do a bunch. I guess you could do 11, doing whatever the hell she's doing. The question is she still Millie Bobby Brown? Her name is just fun to say,
right?
Millie Bobby Brown, and she's really talented. So the question is, does she want to stay in this role for as long? Let's see if Charlie wrote this spin. No, he didn't. Ryan Schwartz wrote this one. All right, this is the spin-off thing.
All right,
you guys haven't heard this one. Let's get into this shit.
Let's do it. We're deep dive. Just call this Stranger Things deep dive.
This is why you ring the fucking bell. I'll tell you that. You ring the bell so you get more stories like this that we read from other websites. Stranger Things Endgame is within sight. Netflix on Thursday announced this is different. This is a different Thursday. Pretend we're back in time. Supernatural Phenomena has been renewed for a 5th and final season ahead of its long-delayed season 4 premiere. Speaking on the penultimate 4th season, series creator Matt and Ross Duffer have confirmed that it will be released. We know that already 7 years ago. He's planned that. In announcing the final season, the producers also teased a potential spin-off, writing there are many stories to tell within the world of Stranger Things, new mysteries, new adventures, new unexpected heroes. But first, we hope that you stay with us as we finish this tale of a powerful girl named Levine and her brave friends. All right. So is this the creator saying we could possibly do some shit? Yeah, I mean,
I'm guessing stuff maybe like background with the mad scientist and creating these kids.
But you gotta, if you're gonna spin off, just like anything else, you gotta spin off with people that you give a shit about, right? Because let's take, and even then, that always doesn't work. Jack Tripper got his own series afterwards, and that didn't do shit. Remember that?
Oh shit! What was that called?
Three's a Crowd.
Oh yeah.
Because it was Three's Company.
Okay.
And then it was, they did Three's Company. And it was a massive hit. And then they changed roommates and thought it was going to fucking fall after Suzanne Summers left. And then, and it didn't. And it crushed for years. And then afterwards, they gave John Ritter his own show with his girlfriend and her dad. But it was in the same shit. It was like it's no longer this bachelor doing. He's married with just trying to avoid his father-in-law. So you got to have the right. You got to have the right story. You got to have the right characters that you give a shit about. So I don't know if they can just do a mad scientist unless you really, care about this scientist when you're watching the last season. It could be Topper, could be one of the kids. It could be 11. I mean, who knows? I don't. Do you? Tom Herrera. Tom Herrera. I do.
Does do you think Bob Brown wants to do anymore? I don't know. I think she'd want to branch out and do something else.
You would assume. I still really want to say. No, I don't think it's going to happen now, especially with deepfake stuff. But I really want to see her play a young Leia.
Oh,
it's been talked about for a while. But let's jump back to the horror stuff though, because I forget you like horror movies.
I do.
Whatever you do. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't get to watch them as much because
right. Kids and the
wife don't like them. But
yeah.
No, I like a good scare.
I think that this is a smart move by them. I think you can't stay in that Goonies thing when you got 18-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids running around because I'll get you fucker. There's a fly running around this place. I'm going to get that little bastard. I'm telling you go outside, I'm not going to fuck with you. You come into my place?
Yeah.
That's it. Anyway. So, yeah, the horror aspect I really like. I think that it's a smart move, and I think that the idea of the Nightmare on Elm Street, really diving into that horror, and if it shocks people, I think that's a good thing. Thanks, Brett.
Oh, I was looking for that.
Looking for the fly. Yeah, this is why you and I,
bastard.
You little scumbag.
I'd love to see it get. I mean, because it's like it's suspenseful and it's creepy, and you get to see glimpses of the monster. But I'd like to see some straight up horror
stuff. I mean, they've done it throughout every season that they've done. All three of them, you've got some creepy shit going on. Yeah. The first season for sure. But if they're going, like, if let's say you had that, I don't know. I would even say that it was like 60% Goonies, 40% horror, even in the first season. Now, if they go like 80% horror and 20% or 90% horror and 10% of the just like more like It, that's probably where it's going to go. It's probably going to go more like It.
Just give it 110% horror.
Or why not? I mean, look, with all the shit that's going on TV, you might as well. I mean, there's really not. That's why I chose to watch Jackass last night, because I just wanted to laugh. I just wanted to laugh last night, and I think there was. I mean, it's a spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen Jackass. So I got a spoiler for you. So if you haven't seen it, you don't want to be spoiled on one of the bits, then just look into the time codes and go to the next one. Or if it's premiere, you're shit out of luck. One of the really big dudes, like they have two big dudes. They have a younger big dude, and then they have the old school big dude. The old school big dude. Well, they start off before I get into that. They're in this gym, and you know the bag.
Yeah.
So you see like these two arms, and it's like a toy or something, and it's about to hit the bag. Except the bag is the big dude's balls, and this fucking thing beats the shit out of the guy's balls, and like it's just hanging down, and he's fucking just whacking it, and I'm like, oh my god, they do it twice. It's a fucking crazy movie, but it's really good. It's It's really funny.
What a way to make a living.
No shit. And honestly, it's a great thing to just watch when I was just folding laundry. Just folding laundry watching it. And I was like, oh, I was so, I'm like the day, I mean, it was just like an okay day. I'm just like, and just to watch that. And I'm like, okay. Because we're doing Mask of the Phantasm, the rewatch, and I started watching it. It's good. And I like it. But I was like, I don't want to work right now. And even though it's a good movie, and it's not really work, but like I still got to be thinking about things to say on the show. I'm like, I don't want to do it. So my wife, she sat down for a second and she's like, you want to try this? She's like, no. Well, and I'm like, come on, 10 minutes. And she's like, fine. I go, we watched the last one. You laughed a lot. She's like, no, I didn't. I go, I'm telling you, you laughed a lot. So 3 seconds into it, it's Dick House Presents. She starts laughing. But unfortunately, my father-in-law, his dog's not doing very well right now. So she had to go over last night and like hang out with the dog and him while I sat, because the kids were sleeping. So I stayed with the kids. But I watched it and I was just like, it was just one of those. It was, it's like it was a very fun movie to watch. I was gonna do Scream, but I was like, I don't want to. I'll watch the new Scream, but I like that. I like that Paramount Plus. They're getting better.
I think that I got to do something like Jackass or something. Like
Yeah.
I need something that I don't really need to think about. That's just straight up goofy. And,
No,
yeah.
didn't watch it. You'll laugh. There's a lot of. I mean, and it's like an hour and 25 minutes. The opening scene is pretty crazy too. It's very funny. It's like, they
You had me at slapping balls.
That's it. That's it. Like they don't. There's a lot of dick shots. A lot of dick shots in this one. It's fun. And Steve-O's great. It's good to see Steve-O healthy.
Yeah,
He's pretty healthy.
I've seen a couple of him on. He does like videos and things like that. And,
Yeah, he's looking good.
telling some old stories and stuff. And,
Yeah, he's looking good. He looks healthy. But all right, look, before we move on over, everybody, speaking of ball bags, I want to tell you, you want to protect your ball bag, and you want to have MeUndies. You tried the MeUndies yet, Brett?
I have not,
You
but
got
I've,
it.
I've been wanting to.
You got it. I love MeUndies. I've been using MeUndies forever. I got them on right now. What the hell design is this? It's like fire. It's really good. I like these MeUndies. They're very comfortable. I've been using them for years. I was using them before they came on as a sponsor for Schmoes No. And when Schmoes ended, I still stuck with MeUndies because I really loved them. And then they came on over for Big Thing, and I couldn't be happier. Because for you guys, what do you look forward to in the morning? Coffee, petting your dog, waking up to the face of someone you love? Well, MeUndies is going to add to that list. And you start your mornings with your favorite underwear. And it's not just any underwear. It's ridiculously soft undies with ridiculous prints that make picking out underwear actually really fun. And as I told you, I don't know. Every day when I go through the drawer and I see like all these MeUndies that I've had through over the years, and it's like, oh, that's a relief. They're just nice and soft and relaxing. They have more than just underwear too. They got a bunch. The socks too. I love the socks. But for you guys, what underwear do you always pick from your drawer? For you guys, is it comfy? Is it cute? Can it be both? For me, I just like the soft kind of. I have pizza underwear, because I love pizza. It's awesome. MeUndies makes the softest. It's the softest fabrics that you're ever going to put in your body, and I promise you that. Like you don't even. It just feels nice. So you can sit on your couch all day or go out and live your comfiest life. Once you try their undies, they got the socks, the bralettes, the loungewear. You're never going to go back. Choose from a range of limited edition prints and colors in sizes from extra small to 4 extra large. You can also sign up for their free-to-join MeUndies membership, which is really cool, where you get a monthly subscription that sends new styles right to your door, plus enjoy discounted pricing, free shipping, and exclusive early access to new launches. So MeUndies has a great offer for Big Thing listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you're going to get 15% off and free shipping. Try it. MeUndies also has their promise that if you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, you can return your order for a full refund in 45 days. You won't. To get your 15% off in your first order and free shipping, this is what you have to do. You go to MeUndies.com/bigthing. That's MeUndies.com/bigthing. Dude, I put the description in there too, so it's worth it. You should try it, Brett. It's really
I'd
good.
love to have underwear delivered to me. I always take so long to go out and buy some. Yeah, but if I just got like a pair every once in a while.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. It's great. I
ring that bell.
I said ring that bell. Ring the bell. Do you give a shit about the Avatar?
I actually do.
Yeah, me too.
The first one, I'm not big with 3D, and I went 3D, and that was the first time I ever had like a wow moment in a 3D movie.
Agreed.
Yeah, it was great, and I mean, it's hard to tell what time we'll do with this. I think I still care about the Navi.
Yeah, me too. I agree with you 100% that it was. I remember. I mean, look, it has been 2009 is when the first one came out. 2009, and they've been talking about a sequel forever. But what I will say about this movie, and then I never doubt James Cameron. I just don't, because anytime I talk about this movie, you have to put in what has gone down in the past with James Cameron. He makes Terminator in '84, where people are like, what the hell? What is this? Who is this guy? What's he doing? And it becomes one of the most low budget, but one of the greatest science fiction movies of all time. It's my favorite Terminator out of all of them, right? But then he makes, whether it's Abyss and all these other things, but he does Terminator 2, revolutionizes the game, special effects, all of it, right? And does it again. And the massive amount of money, it just kind of flipped the whole action genre on its head when he put that. Remember how big that movie was, T2, when it came out? And so then after, I love the way you react sometimes.
Come
on.
Best.
It's the best. But then after that, he makes a few more movies. True Lies. They make money. He does his thing. But then he announced Titanic's going to come out, and people are like, okay, Titanic. Who the fuck is going to watch Titanic? And then it's like they make all this, and then it's like, oh yeah. Don't forget that when Titanic was coming out, there was article after article how it was going to be the biggest bomb in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, because of it had delays, more money put on production. There were horror stories that the things just weren't going right on set, and this was it. This was going to be James Cameron's big bomb. And he said, oh, yeah? How about the most profitable movie of all time?
You're welcome.
Yeah. And the thing was, at that time, that there was still, we're way past this now, but at that time, this was like, what, 97? 96, 97? He was still able to, that movie came out in January, which I think around December, January. Let's see. Let's find out. Let me see if I'm right.
I saw it in the theater.
Let me see. Hey, Siri, what year did Titanic come out? Which one? That was 97.
Titanic was released the 19th of December, 1997.
Okay. So it comes out December 19th, 2007.
That was
97, excuse me.
That was like a month. I had been in L.A. for a month.
Wow. Have you really? Shit.
I moved out in November 97.
I was still at school and I was going through a breakup, and it wasn't during that, watching that movie during a breakup was wonderful. But that movie then, that's right, December it comes out, but it stayed in the theater for a long time. People were going back to see it. It was a 3-hour movie. Now, when you say Titanic, when you know the history and the tragedy behind it, it doesn't seem like repeat viewing.
No.
Yet people were going in droves to see, like Star Wars, going to see that thing over and over because of the emotion, the performances, like everything about it. And so it becomes this big thing. And then I think he takes a while before I don't even know what he made in between, if anything, Titanic, and then Avatar comes out in 2009. Because he was just farting around in the water, like looking at Titanic for real, like the technology that he had. He just kept studying Titanic. But he makes Avatar. And I remember Avatar comes out, what the hell is this? Nobody knows what this is. This isn't an IP. This is nothing. Blah, blah. Revolutionizes 3D. You're not wrong. It was the best use of 3D. I mean, you felt like you were in the world.
Yeah. It wasn't just this, whoa, there's so many movies that you can tell they put in something to make it 3D.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm handing you this glass.
Right.
But no, this was like legit. You got in that world.
You felt like you were in the world,
and I'm glad I didn't. I don't know how this would look not 3D. Have you watched it ever on?
Yeah,
at
yeah.
home?
And I'm not in the camp of hating it afterwards. A lot of people hate that movie afterwards, and I always push back when people say, well, it's just Pocahontas or Dances with Wolves. All right, well, Star Wars was Flash Gordon. Star Wars was any Kurosawa film. It's like there's every movie borrows. Like, yeah, but it's so blatant. Fine, whatever. I enjoyed it. I still like it. I think it's one of the late great James Horner's greatest scores that he's done. I love the score, and I'm excited to see the second one. I do agree though that if you're gonna, I don't ever bet against him. Because now he's doing this, what this new thing that he's doing with this movie. They shot like tons of shit, like really underwater, like tons of stuff underwater, like the same kind of cameras that they I think developed for like looking at the Titanic. They're shooting stuff underwater, and I don't know how that's going to look. It's gonna do another trick of however the hell he's going to do it. But I do think that out of all of the times that people were kind of saying, okay, this one might not do as well, it's possible. It's possible that it might not break as many records as before, but I still think there's enough curiosity behind it that people are going to check it out.
You would hope. You would hope. Yeah. And I mean, and is it taking so long because, like, has there been issues with it, or is it just meticulously, like, he just wants it to be amazing? I think that's definitely part of it. I also, and the audience will tell me if I'm right on this, from what I heard is that I think they shot, there were at one point they were shooting part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5 or something. Yeah. I think. Or 2, 3, and 4. I think it's 2, 3, and 4. I think they're shooting. I'm pretty sure. But the reports right now is that Disney, who now Disney has it, that's another reason probably that it was for a few delays, because it was with Fox, and then Disney bought it over, and now Disney, you got the Disney money behind it. So according to reports, Disney's now expected to debut the trailer for Avatar 2 before theatrical screenings of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which makes sense and is probably smart to do. It's good advertising, especially because Doctor Strange is going to clean up. Stop this. Stop it now.
Stop this. Reports note that when fans sit down in theaters to watch the upcoming Marvel Studios blockbuster, they're going to be treated to a first look at the long-awaited Avatar sequel. The decision is believed to be based on the fact that Doctor Strange will likely continue the success of Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, Disney expected to looking into utilizing the popularity to gather attention to James Cameron's film. Makes a lot of sense. Now, released back in 2009, Avatar was an overwhelming commercial success, praised for its special effects. Despite the good reception, it has taken nearly 13 years for Cameron and 20th Century Studio to produce a sequel, now set to release later this year. Avatar 2 is set to hit theaters December 16th. And Doctor Strange is May 6th. I think that is crucial. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think that if it's a good enough trailer, you want to get the hype going. I bet you that the trailer is one of the most watched trailers.
Yeah. I don't do this, but I feel like I want to go to Doctor Strange to see this trailer. Yeah. I've never been one to go to something just
because you want to see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that there's something about it that you want to, like, I'm hyped for it, man. I've always been hyped for it, and I've never talked shit about that movie because I've always liked that movie, and a lot of people have an issue with it, and I do think that there were people who just didn't like it from the get, and I think that when a movie is that successful, after a while people start shitting on it. It's just what happens all the time, no matter what it is.
You have to be that is it just me, or am I the only one that doesn't like this?
Hot take, I don't like it.
Yeah, hot take.
Yeah, and then some people just legitimately don't like it, but I do think there's that thing. I mean, there's certainly, anytime Spider-Man No Way Home, there's people who start popping up. I think there was way more people who didn't like Avatar than Spider-Man No Way Home, but it's anytime a movie's that popular, people want to talk against it and go after it. But I'm excited for it. I hope it does well, because I like James Cameron as a filmmaker. I think he makes really good movies, and it's different. I think I'm all for watching DC movies and Marvel movies and Star Wars movies, but I like to switch up the big genres too, and I think this is a good one. But the question is, if it fucking does eat shit, what are you going to do? You've already shot them all. Yeah. You just got to release all of them, I guess, and then just had the most expensive bomb of all time.
I doubt
it's
it.
It's not going to bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to think but there's something I think that comes out. I'm going to see movie releases. There's something that comes out, I think, the same weekend as Avatar. December's starting to get. There's finally starting to turn it into that summer. Force Awakens was what started it. Before Star Wars: The Force Awakens, there was no movie that had ever made $100 million opening weekend in December, and then that changed. I don't know if they're still the only ones. No, I don't think so. I think Aquaman was at that point, did it too. I don't remember. All right, let's see. December. Yes, see? No, they moved Shazam. Shazam moved because it was, or did it? Yeah, originally Shazam was supposed to be in December, I thought. I thought Shazam got moved up, didn't it? Just Shazam 2 release date. Let's see. This still has it listed as, it still says December 16th? No. Oh, it got moved. Oh, it was, hold on a second.
It was earlier, and they put it.
DC Comics and Warner Brothers slate was destroyed. We didn't really talk about this. This was on March 9th that this happened. So this is going to leave some DC fans depressed. Shazam is here to save the day. Oh, so it was supposed to come out June 2023, and now it hits on December 12th. Right. And they moved. That's right. They moved the Flash. That's what happened. That was a whole 6-month jump. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay. All right. So that's Avatar's got some beef. You know, Avatar's got some competition here. That's not going to be it ain't going to be easy. So Avatar 2 going up against Shazam, that's gonna hit you in the nuts, like the big dude in Jackass. Because then the Mario movie, is that the one with Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
That's coming out already? They already made that movie? No. I guess they didn't. That's not coming out this year, is it? They just announced it in the beginning. I don't know.
It's a different Mario.
Maybe, right?
The Mario Lopez story.
AC Slater. A Man Called Otto, Babylon. Yeah, those see. I don't know if I'm Avatar 2. Why not move a week earlier or a week later?
Yeah.
What the hell's coming up? P31 Mario, and I Want to Dance with Somebody, which I want to see that Whitney Houston thing, but that's not gonna do. That's not the big box office.
What's a Violent Night?
What are you looking at?
On December
Violent
2nd.
Night. Yeah, what is that? What is this? Violent Night. David Harbour. There we go. We got that's our boy from Stranger Things, and then you got John Lewis, Beverly D'Angelo. Yes. Did you know? I saw this on one of those TikTok videos I was watching. Did you know that in the original Vacation? How well do you know that movie?
Oh, quite well.
So, do you know that there's in a scene where they're talking about going on the vacation in Wally World after he's gotten the car from Eugene Levy, and they're doing dishes in the kitchen, and do you know what the bit is there? Because I had never noticed it until yesterday.
I think he's doing something wrong with the dishes. Like he's putting away.
So she wipes the food off the plate and hands it to him. He wipes it
puts
and puts it back into the cabinet.
Yeah.
And they don't ever, but the way that they shoot it, unless you paid attention, he said it's a subtle joke no one ever picked up. And you watch it, and he's wiping the food off and he puts it right back in the cabinet. It's hilarious. I never noticed it, but I've watched it. I can't tell you how many times I watched that movie. So this is probably like a month ago. I was watching it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna let my daughter watch it. And it became her first rated R movie that she ever watched because I knew it was rated R, but I'm like, how bad is it?
You forget, yeah.
Because I hadn't seen it in a while, but I've seen it so many times, and I'm like, so we started watching it, and she's laughing. She was really cracking up in the beginning, and then they get to the neighborhood. He was like, "Excuse me, how do you?" He goes, "Fuck your mama." Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And then and then my daughter goes, "What's this rated?" I said, "I think it's R." She's like, "Dad, I keep watching this."
Roll 'em up.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all be whistling zippity doo dah out of your assholes. Holy shit! Don't touch. Fucking love that movie. And I was watching CaddyShack again the other day. You can watch that movie. I don't know if there's a movie I could watch more than CaddyShack.
If it was, it would be Vacation, I think.
CaddyShack kills me because Rodney Dangerfield, he just, hey Wang, don't tell him you're Jewish. And then he's what's the other one? When he's in the middle of a conversation in the nice country club, and he's talking to him about something, and he just lifts his leg up, tears a fart, and then they look at him, and he goes, "Whoa, where does somebody step on a duck?" It's so good. Hey, baby, you look good. You must look real good before electricity. Oh, he's Sterling. He's like, "How you doing? How you doing there, kid?" And he looks over to him. Now I know what tigers eat their young. So his one-liner, you know, and do you know that he thought that he bombed?
Really?
Because he wasn't used to movies at that point. And he was used to stand-up.
So he wasn't getting that.
Wasn't getting laughs because they were all being quiet because they didn't want to ruin the take. So he would come on and say, "So what? So let's dance." Right? and he's like, he felt like he was bombing. And then they would call cut and everybody start rolling. And he was like, oh, okay. Like Harold Ramis, I think Harold Ramis talked about that a couple times. But like, oh, God, I love Rodney. Rodney was so good in that. He just... was it the hat? He's like, we caught dead in that hat. Looks good on you though.
Looks good on you though. Yeah.
It's the best. It's really, really funny. If you haven't, I mean, it's funny. I remember talking. I think it was Schnepp, and I don't know if he's seen it late or he didn't like the movie. We used to argue about it all the time. But not everybody loves the movie, and I think that's dated for some people too. But it's
I'm sure you couldn't, like, somebody now younger wouldn't go back and watch it.
No, my wife doesn't like it. I try to get her to watch. It's like I said to her, she's like, "How many times did you watch this movie? You think?" I said, "This is for the way that you love 16 Candles. This is how I love this movie. Like it's easily one of my favorite movies."
The scene with Bill Murray and
The
Chevy
old ladies?
Chase
Oh.
when he's like smoking weed.
Yeah, that's like the first. They hated each other.
Oh yeah,
They hated each other, and then that scene was like the first scene that they had done since Saturday Night Live or anything together. Because I think they had a fist fight behind closed doors in Saturday Night Live, but then they got over it and they had a great scene. But then when he's looking at the old ladies when they're playing golf,
Oh yeah, and he's doing the ball cleaning. Yeah.
oh, hilarious! It's so good.
Cinderella story. Tear in his eye. You hear
God, I love
Augusta?
that movie. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot. Going to school, learn about chinch bugs.
So and that stuff, and then when Sterling's playing in the back, and he's like, "Turds, double turds." So and then do you know? I always say that. Do you know what when the priest gets right before the priest gets struck by lightning? Do you know what he says?
This is the best day of my life. Or
Rat
no?
farts.
Oh no! Oh, rat fart. I thought he said. Oh yeah, I thought he
Rat
said.
farts. And then it's so stupid.
Oh, that's dumb. I've said that a million
Yeah.
times. Rat farts.
And then I think my other
I
favorite.
thought he said it as he was getting.
No, yeah, it's right. Maybe right around that.
Because he's playing a perfect game,
Yeah.
and then like misses one.
Yeah,
right?
at the end, like the wind blows it or something too.
Yeah.
Because he's playing through it the whole time, and Danny's with them.
Rat farts.
You know, they had to reshoot stuff, and Danny Noonan's hair is so visibly a wig at one point because he got a haircut. It's really funny. But my last thing on CaddyShack was where when Chevy Chase is talking to Noonan in the beginning. You do drugs, Danny? Yes, good.
Good.
So good. I gotta pull clips from that movie.
Do you know who that person was, Danny? Was that you? No, it was my roommate, Mitch Cumstein.
So good. All right, before we get into anything else, I also wanted to tell you guys, if you didn't know already, whoop, not that one. Whoop, not that one. Boom. There it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about MyBookie. Let's talk about MyBookie. All right, so we've been talking about MyBookie, and everybody is talking about March Madness. The madness has begun, and it is time for you to shoot your shot, and you got to score big on the nonstop action. You got to do it with MyBookie. Doesn't matter whether you're filling out multiple brackets, you're betting the national championship winner, or you're simply looking for player and game props. MyBookie has you covered. So here's what you do. If you sign up today at MyBookie, but you have to use that code, Big Thing, to secure a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. It's simple. You put in $200 and you play with $300. But you have to use that promo code Big Thing to claim your bonus. You're all watching it. Well, then do this. You got college ball, you got the NBA, you got UFC. It doesn't matter the sport. No matter the minute, MyBookie puts the action in your hands with in-game live betting. And with choice from thousands of lines and odds, you can turn any game day into payday. You bet anything, anytime, anywhere, but you got to use MyBookie. Do it. All right. Anything else that we need to talk about here in the news? Like I said, did we watch anything else?
Teenwolf movie? Or?
I kind of want to. We went through that beforehand. I mean, I guess the TV show became popular, but like the Teen Wolf to me, 80s movies were like my favorite. Should we just talk about CaddyShack? We could have done a whole podcast on CaddyShack, and Teen Wolf's another one. Teen Wolf, you wouldn't get away with a lot of stuff in Teen Wolf too. The shit that they say in Teen Wolf and stuff that they do.
A cake of beer.
Yeah, a beer, and it was hilarious. The shirts that Styles was wearing and everything too. But anyway, so that movie I love. I love that it was more of a comedy. And then they made it into like a serious MTV TV show, which was very popular. I just never watched it, nor did I care. Fun fact is that for a lot of people who didn't know, that's where Bobby Finstock comes from.
That's right.
Yeah. Because that whole story a lot of people didn't know is that my buddy Mike Ponce, we were Dagnino and we were all friends, and back in the day we were talking, and Dagnino, as he does, just was rattling off nonsense, and my buddy Mike goes, you you're like that freaking coach in Teenwolf, like Bobby Finstock. That's what we call you. We call you Finstock. And he's like, I love that movie. I can quote that movie like, and Finstock would just quote the movie, nail it, and then we just called him Finstock forever. And then it just carried over to when I brought him onto the Schmoes in 2013. Bobby Finstock. He's now progressed into Gucci or degressed. Who knows?
Yeah.
Regressed. Anyway, so is there anything else you want? I mean, I know you were watching
the Maisel.
Yeah, you said that though. You said it's not that good.
It's okay. It's just I don't know. It doesn't have that spark that it had. I don't think because they kind of her story is they're branching off into other people's stories a little bit more. I mean, you're learning more about Alex Borstein's character, and she's starting a agency and stuff. It's not bad. It's just I'm not like eager to go. Like we'll watch a little bit and we'll come back again.
It's hard to do that when you're following because the problem is you follow somebody for so long, you want the audience to see, but then as storytellers, you're like I don't know what else I can tell about this woman's life. Like we kind of said, is she famous already at this point?
Not quite. No,
okay.
I mean she kind of was on the road to fame and then had a mishap
again.
Well, that was just prior to this season.
Yeah,
the thing with the what's his name? He was a Shy Baldwin.
I don't remember. I mean, I watched like season 1. I liked it, but I just exactly what you just said. I just kind of fell off of it. I was interested in it, and it wasn't like required viewing. The other thing I was going to bring up was this Morbius movie's coming out. I'm going to see it what's today? Yeah, next week.
Why are people hating on that so much? Like,
are people hating on it already?
I just from the get-go with the trailers, like, oh, this looks so stupid. Like, what I didn't see what was. Well,
the rumors are that it's kind of a mess, and that the tone is all over the place. And I think people are so used to. I think that the standalone Sony movies are. The positive and the negative from the MCU stuff is that, especially when it's inside the Spider-Man universe, which this is, you're going to have that expectation of the Marvel feel, and you're going to have that expectation of the same MCU feel, and it's not fair to them because that's not what they're portraying over there. Like Venom is like a pure 90s comic book movie. Like have you seen Venom or Venom 2? Yeah, it's like when you see it. You remember how movies were like in the 90s with comic book movies, whether it was Blade or Spawn or any of that kind of shit. That's the way that you would approach like a 90s comic book movie. That's how they do it. And I don't know if that's how Morbius is doing it, but I don't think they're going to be inside the same tone. And people, I think it's going to tie into the Spider-Verse and all that. So I don't know. And it got delayed, and some people thought it got delayed because of whether it was COVID. Some people thought it was delayed because of who knows why it was delayed. Because they wanted to try to get out of the way of Spider-Man and the box office keep going. But it comes out on April 1st. The thing that I have like a minor red flag on is that it comes out on April 1st, right? And I'm going to see it on that Wednesday, but the embargo lifts Wednesday night. So usually when the embargo lifts like a day or two beforehand, not usually a great sign.
Oh, really?
Not usually. No, but I tell you what movie was fun was that Lost City.
Yeah, that looked fun.
It's a good date night movie.
Yeah, I think I would go into that, and I think I would get what I expected out of it. Is that what you just like? You didn't know, you know.
If you
Romancing the Stone, new version.
It's got but not. That was my big concern going into it. I'm like, is this a ripoff of Romancing the Stone? It's got similar aspects to it, but not really. I mean, the backbone of it, sure. The novelist that's got to go and do the thing, sure. But there's more to it, and it's clever. It's fun. It's got heart, and like when you see. So this is from the trailer. When you see Channing Tatum's character, what do you expect to see from him in this? From what you remember on the trailer.
Kind of a little dumb, maybe, or because there's a whole thing with him getting the leeches all over him, and
he's not like dumb. He's
naive,
definitely naive. He's got a good heart, And you think, oh, he's just gonna be like this shallow kind of. He does some. They kind of goof on the fact that he misspeaks sometimes, and he says things like, you know, he wants to pull up a fact from history, and he messes it up, and they have to correct him, or he says a word and they correct him. But he's got a good arc in it, and they've got good chemistry. She's really good in it also. She's played the role 1,000 times over, but that's why you cast her in something like this. But I think it's exactly what you just said. If you look at this movie and you say, I like this trailer and I want to take my significant other out to it, you're gonna be happy. Like it's a fun movie. Now, if you just like, this movie looks like shit, I don't want anything to do with this movie, but I want to go to the movies and I want to go see it just to see a movie, then you're probably gonna be disappointed. But what I will say is I know that a lot of times I'm always looking for. I had this conversation with Coy and Winston, and it's like Spider-Man, Batman, Avatar, Star Wars. Those movies still have a place in the theater, right? That's where people really want to see those movies, and they want to see the big blockbuster movies. Those will continuously do well with box office. There are movies out there now that come out, and it's like, why did you put that out there when you could? No, but not even if it's like Bullet Train is the one I've been using in as example, right? Did you see that trailer yet?
Yeah, no, it looked great.
It looks great. But who's going to go see that in the theater? How much money did it cost to make is the question. Who's going to go see that in the theater? I think that's something like, oh, I can't wait for that to hit Amazon Prime or on Netflix, because there's so many movies similar to that. But The Lost City is something different. Because The Lost City, even though you probably could make that for Netflix, and you look at it, like I just watched The Adam Project recently. Did you watch that one yet?
How's that?
Really good. You know, I haven't reviewed that yet, but we can do that after this and then call it a day. The Adam Project is a movie that 5 years ago comes out in the theater, no doubt. But they made a choice to put it on Netflix, and it was a good choice because I think they did pretty well on it. But after watching it, that's why The Lost City could come out. But The Lost City gives people who don't want to see comic book movies and science fiction movies and just want to take their significant other to a movie because they haven't been able to do that in a while, they give you that option. And that's why this movie is going to do very well, because it's a date movie. There are not a lot of good date movies out there right now.
Fun.
Yeah.
We need fun stuff.
Have you been to the movies? When was the last time you went to the movies?
I haven't.
Are you open to it now?
I am. I'm completely. I don't know why I haven't.
You should take Lonnie to see this.
Yeah, I think that we definitely have a stack full of tickets.
You should take her to see this, because this is a good one. This is a good date movie to go to, and it's feel good. And it's fun, and it's kind of a throwback to the old romantic action movies. And I was shocked. Like, and it's funny. Like because I guess I'm getting back into the reviewing game. Like every movie that I see now, I think I go lower than I probably should have. Like I gave Batman, I think, a 3.7. I probably could have gone 4 with it. And I'm going to see it again when I watch it. And then this one I gave like a 3.3. I probably could have gotten a 3.5 to do this one. But I'm getting the old chops.
You chopperinos.
Old chopperinos. But so the Adam Project, really liked a lot. Sean Levy is the director. He directed Adam. Who's Adam? The guy in the movie, Ryan Reynolds. So Ryan Reynolds, he directed him in Free Guy.
He directed him in this movie.
In this movie too. But did you see Free Guy yet?
No.
Oh man, dude, you got to make a list. Free Guy is really good. But before we get into that, there was that movie on Netflix I know you did see. It was Blue Razor. It was the one with you saw it. The Blue Razor, the one. Fuck, I can't remember the guy's name. The guy with the wings. He's the bald guy with the wings.
Yeah. No, it was Batista played him, the Blue Razor.
Yeah, no, it was Dave Bautista.
Yeah,
right. And so where was that? Was that in Panama?
It was set in Panama, right. And it's a little known comic book character, the Blue Razor.
Yeah,
and I think there were a lot.
I didn't know though, because they were going back and forth on whether he was even going to be cast in that.
Yeah. Well, they wanted The Rock, and
right.
They got him. And the thing with the Blue Razors, I don't think that's what I love. I loved about it. I didn't know a lot about it, but
right.
There were a lot of people that were very upset by the way he was portrayed,
right?
Because the Blue Razor in the comic books looked a lot different.
Well, he was blue in the comic book.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, why are you the Blue Razor and you're not blue?
Right. And what is it? That's the one line where he says, "Just because I'm sad all the time."
Yeah, he's like, you think that doesn't cut me, you know, and
Right.
a little quip
Cut me
on
deep,
yeah,
but
cut me
just,
deep.
I'm blue inside.
Yeah, I'm blue inside.
Right,
You know?
right.
I bleed blue blood.
Blue sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah, he uses his sadness to, like, that's how he gets that. What's that one jump that he does?
Oh God, that and he did that stunt himself.
He did.
Yeah, he jumped from one
Hurt
building
his
to
ankle on
another.
that one.
Broke his ankle and continued to do. They did the shot, and they're like, I heard behind the scenes, it was like, why did you keep going? You know, you cost us a
Crazy
lot
bastard.
of money, you crazy bastard.
And then
yeah.
he's like, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but it was, what's the actress? What the hell was her name?
oh,
Lippy?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Not Whoopi Goldberg, Lippy.
Oh, Lippy McSteen.
Lippy McSteen. Oh, we went as far as we could. All right, so go check that movie out. The Blue Razor. It's on Netflix.
It's coming out in DVD.
Yeah.
and then
Beta.
VHS.
All right, listen. So the Adam Project. Sean Levy directed him in Free Guy, which you should definitely watch, by the way, if you, Brett. But it's a cute movie, man. Do you know enough about it?
I've seen several of the trailers.
Yeah, it's a cute movie.
It looked fun.
Yeah, it is, and it's the kid's great. The kid's like a big Ryan Reynolds fan, and you can tell, like you believe it's young Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
from the way that he's not. And it's like he's just trying to be Ryan Reynolds. No, he really fits it well. He's got that wit. He's got a good rapport with Jennifer Garner. They do some surprising stuff in it. Catherine Keener's in it, which I thought was really good. I didn't love. They do a couple of deep fake stuff. Not deep fake. I would say de-aging, and I'm pretty sure. And again, I'll let the audience tell me if I'm wrong here, but like, I feel they used de-aging technology as opposed to deep fake, and I'm always choosing deep fake over de-aging because de-aging, it looks so noticeably like, oh, they messed with that person's face, and it didn't look great. It looked like what Luke Skywalker did in The Mandalorian Season 2 as opposed to what they did with him in Boba Fett. So I hope they start using deepfake stuff on anybody. Stop doing the de-aging. It doesn't look good.
Cut it out.
Yeah, it does. I think that the reason why they still try to do it, they did it for what's his face? Michael Douglas on Michael Douglas on what is it? The Ant-Man. I'm gonna call Michael Douglas.
Call him up.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him right now. I'm gonna call Michael Douglas and ask him about his time.
Why'd they let you do that?
I am. Where the hell? Hold on. Where is it? Did I lose his number? No, I got it. Calling Michael Douglas right now. Let me see if he's available. Sometimes he picks up, sometimes he doesn't.
Mikey D.
Sometimes he picks up, and sometimes he doesn't.
Busy man.
He doesn't. You know, he's not. Let's see. Oh well. Let me see. I'll send him a message. We're that tight. Hey, Michael Douglas, I am on the air right now, and I was calling to ask you about your time on Ant-Man. If you were available, would you be able to call me real quick before we ended the show? Question mark.
Send.
Let's see. Sometimes he calls me back, and sometimes he doesn't. We'll see. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe he'll call before. Anyway, it's the Adam Project. It's got a really nice heart to it. It's a good movie to watch. And I think it's one of these things, like I'm talking about, where you can, back when streaming movies were just kind of coming out, and these other movies, whether it was on DVD, straight to DVD, the quality was never really there. But now they're making these movies with these big budgets and these big stars that you can get a movie like this, and I think it's the reason why Levy got Deadpool 3.
Yeah, it's amazing to me that you can see something like straight to streaming and it be, because before, like you said, straight to DVD was like a kiss of death of like, oh, if it's going straight to DVD, that's crap.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So,
like Little Mermaid 6.
Well, what was his name? Michael Eisen? Is that who ran? Who the hell was the guy that took over? He was the president forever on Disney for like years when we were younger, and he went straight. That's what he just said. You know what? We have a big IP, and we can sell all this stuff. And who gives a shit? They put like Homer Simpson as the voices of the genie, and they just did direct to DVD, straight to VHS. Oh, hold on, I got Michael Douglas calling. Oh yeah, hold on. Mr. Douglas.
Is this my favorite Harloff?
Mr. Douglas, it's a pleasure to talk to you, sir. How have you been?
Well, I've been doing quite well. I just finished up a nice ski season, of course, with Catherine and the gang.
Well, good. I'm very happy to hear that. It seems like it was a nice trip for you. I do. We were talking about de-aging here on the on Ant-Man, and I know that you still, sir, you look great. And I just wondered, did you have any?
Thank you very much.
No problem. Did you have any reservations about when they said, "Hey, we're gonna de-age your face"?
Yeah, they mentioned it, but yeah, as far as I know, at the end they only put makeup on.
Oh, that was it. That's all you knew. So you haven't really even seen the film, have you?
I saw a trailer.
That's fair. Well, the trailer and the scene itself came out really good, sir. I appreciate that that you call in to talk about it. Is there anything else that you're working on at the moment? That no rumors of Basic Instinct 3, is this fact or fiction?
Well, we've been trying to get that one off its feet for a while, but we'll. I don't know. I think we'll figure it out. I think there's always room for another Basic Instinct. They don't even have to call it that if they don't want. It's just something maybe under the radar.
Yeah.
Almost, almost a porno. Who cares? It's basically all the same. You know what I'm saying?
I do. All right. And is it true? Do you have? Is Obi-Wan Kenobi with you, sir? Are you on the set of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Is this fact? I know that I'm not supposed to ask you this, but I gotta ask you. If Obi-Wan is there, I gotta talk to him.
It's part of the contract. Yeah, apparently I might be on one of the new Star Wars shows. But yeah, I got a little Jedi here with me.
All right, all right. So I know that it's the great Michael Douglas is gonna you got Obi-Wan. Is that you, Obi? Are you there?
Yeah, go ahead, Bill. I want to talk to you about. Hello there.
Obi, how are you, sir? I know that you're still in character, Mr. Magregor. So I'm gonna talk to you about Obi. I have to ask you. This trailer comes out, man, and blows people away. I didn't expect a lot of it. Can you tell us what we might be able to see in the new Obi-Wan series?
Well, I can't give anything too much away, but well, let's just say you might see a lot of sand.
Whoa, that's kind of breaking news. I didn't realize that was something that you were going to be able to tell us. Well, and all right.
I hope I'm not. I don't want to give anything away, of course, but that might be a bit of a spoiler.
Well, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but that's okay. Now let me then follow up with this. If you're going to talk about sand here, is Anakin still mad when it comes to sand?
Well, let's just say Anakin may not be bothered by sand anymore, but maybe Darth Vader is.
Wow. Dropping a lot of knowledge here, and I know that Michael Douglas probably got you in trouble from doing this call here. But if there's anything you can, I got to ask you this: is Qui-Gon in this series? No one listens to my show, so it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna. It's no spoilers here. So is Qui-Gon in this show?
Well, Harloff, I don't want to neither deny nor to confirm, but yes.
Thank you. Perfect. I'm very appreciative that you gave us that, and I will have to call you again because I know at other times I know you guys all hang out at this camp. Sometimes Kurt Russell's there, so I would love to talk to him. And other times there's tons. I mean, Owen Wilson shows up, so I would love to talk to all of them. But I know that you're very busy right now, and I will.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much for calling in. Both, please give Mr. Douglas my best for calling into the show, and we love you so much.
Always a treasure hearing from you, pal.
Thank you so much, Mr. Douglas. I appreciate you. All right, thank you guys. All right, well that was unbelievable.
Wow,
that was unbelievable.
You got him just right there. Boom.
They call me back. That's the kind of clout that I have.
Wow.
Unbelievable that we were able to get both Ewan Magregor and Michael Douglas together. Who would have thought?
Same place.
Who would have thought? Same time. Unbelievable. It's really good stuff. All right, listen, that was the show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, what the fuck can I tell you?
Ring a bell.
Ring a bell. I love you to death, all of you. Couple things to do. Ring the bell. Click like. Do everything that you can.
Take your little finger.
And click it. Click it. Stick it in your ball bag. All right, look, the last thing to tell you. Titans. Friday Night Titans. Marisol, Mckee. Sam Levine for the title. William the Beast Bibiani, Cobra, Chance Ellison. They're going at it. Go and check it out. If you haven't seen Friday Night Titans, please, please, please check it out. If you're like, oh, I don't know, I haven't checked out the Schmodown in a while, or I don't know about the Schmodown, it's not really my thing, please give it a shot. We're so proud of Titans. It's a TV show now, man. We're pumped for it, excited for you guys to check it out, and that's it. So, all right, listen, get the hell out of here. We appreciate you, and we'll see you real soon. For Brett Sheridan and myself, I'm me, you're you. Ah! That's not it. Change the song when it is time. Harry, do you know that you are now the villain in the Sandra Bullock movie? Congratulations. You have now seen yourself become what you have most wanted to be, Slytherin. Now go ring that bell, fuckers. Shoes and beat, Oh, I guess I need to hit record.